Lenz law. Before going to state Lenz law, let us consider an experimental arrangement. It consists of a closed coil of a conductor. This is the powerful magnet, and this is an external agent which can push or pull the magnet. We know when the magnet moves towards the coil, flux linking with the coil increases. This increase in flux produces EMF. This EMF induces current in it. So this current produces magnetic field around this coil. It means the coil acts as a magnet with one face north and other face south. Which face becomes north and which face becomes south? It is given by Lenz law. And even if the magnet is moved away, flux linking with the coil decreases. This change in flux also produces EMF, and it produces the current in opposite direction. So now let us discuss Lenz law, the statement. Look here, according to Lenz law, the polarity of induced EMF. Here EMF is induced. Its polarity is nothing but the current produced by it, the direction of the current produced by it. Polarity means the direction of EMF. The polarity of induced EMF is such that it tends to produce a current which opposes the change in magnetic flux that produced it. Look here, the EMF opposes the change in magnetic flux. Change in magnetic flux is cause for production of EMF. Means EMF opposes its cause. Therefore, according to Faraday's law, the produced EMF is equal to rate of change of flux. So this negative sign is from Lenz law. So the cause for EMF is d pi by dt. This EMF opposes its cause. Therefore, the negative sign. That is, negative sign indicates that induced EMF opposes change in flux. And here it is like this. If north pole moves towards the coil, flux linking with the coil changes, it induces EMF. This current produces magnetic field. Therefore, look here, this coil, this face of the coil has become north. So this north opposes the magnet to move towards it, because this is the north pole. It means this EMF is opposing the cause for its production. So this motion of north pole towards the coil is cause for the production. Look here like this. Suppose if the magnet is moved away, the induced EMF produces current in the opposite direction, so that this face becomes south. So it attracts the north, so that it opposes north pole to move away. Look here like this. So the EMF produced in the coil opposes this motion, its motion. Look here, motion of the magnet, so that it opposes its cause. So this is the explanation of Lenz's law. And of course this Lenz law is according to law of conservation of energy. It means the EMF produced in the coil is electrical energy. This electrical energy is not produced by itself. It is produced, or it is produced at the cost of work done by this external agent. Let us discuss how Lenz law is consequence of a law of conservation of energy. Look here, Lenz law is consequence of law of conservation of energy. According to law of conservation, to produce any sort of energy, some other form of energy has to be converted into it, or some work has to be converted into it. So look here. So when the magnet moves towards the coil, the EMF produced by this motion produces the current that makes the coil magnet. So now look here, while moving, this phase was north opposes motion towards the coil. While it moves away, look here, this phase has become south. It opposes the motion of the north away. So this phase should be so that it should oppose its motion. Otherwise, it will not obey the law of conservation of energy. Look here. So if EMF is produced without being work done, then it would violate the law of conservation of energy. Look here, if this phase opposes the motion, then there is a possibility for this external agent to apply force. By applying force, it can do work. This work can be converted into electrical energy, that is EMF. If it was not opposing, then there would be no chance for this external agent to do the work. Then there would be no production of EMF in it. So therefore, to satisfy law of conservation of energy, this EMF should oppose the cause for its production. So look here, when the magnet is moved towards the closed coil or away from the closed coil, the flux generated in the coil opposes the motion of the magnet. To overcome this force of repulsion, mechanical work has to be done in moving the magnet. This mechanical work is converted into electrical energy, means EMF, and this electrical energy is converted into heat energy, of course. This is the law of conservation of energy followed by this Lenz's law. So this is about Lenz law.